Hey, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor, which is due unto Yahweh, Shem Yahweh Shai, Hashem Rachar Kadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of great most honorable well and taught me this truth. And Shalom to the elect of Yahweh Shai, the elect of Israel, starting with 144,000. And I got another lesson for you quickly. And I was reasoning with a brother yesterday about parties. People always partying, okay, and in this world, and everyone's always looking for entertainment, and especially, Israel, man, Israel, Jake just beyond that, man, and I said, oh, I'm going to do a lesson on that, Lord willing. So I was just meditating on it, and I was thinking about how you've always had that, man, and the scriptures warn us. It actually tells us of people basically just living, going about their lives and just being in that, peace and safety mindset, just going to parties and living it up. And they always show you in these end time movies, where they do the same thing, all hell's breaking loose. You got Esau coming against you with troops. And they show you that in that movie. I think it's called The First Purge. It's one of the Purge movies where you got Jake up in the neighborhood just having a party, man. While you got mercenaries out there ready to kill him. So I'm going to get the scripture first to start off with. All right, this is Exodus chapter 32, verse. I'll read verse 1 and I'll jump down so we get context. And when the people saw that Moses delayed to come down out of the mount, because Moses was up there, he was receiving, the laws, the instructions. The people gathered themselves together unto Aaron and said unto him, Up, make us gods, which shall go before us. For as for this Moses, the man that brought us up out of the land of Egypt, we wot not what is become of him. And Jake, man, they got no faith, no patience. After all of that stuff, the parting of the sea, all that they've seen, Pharaoh's army getting wasted, the chariot, all of that. But you know what? No faith, And then, when you read into it, pretty much they made a golden calf, man, right out of the gold. And when Aaron saw it, he built verse 5, and when Aaron saw it, he built an altar before it, and Aaron made proclamation and said, Tomorrow is a feast to the Lord. Verse 6, and they rose up early on the morrow and offered burnt offerings, right, onto this idol, right, and brought peace offerings, and the people sat down to eat and to drink and rose up to play. Basically party, man, okay? Song, dance, and worship to this idol. A lot of these, like you look at these clubs, people go out to these clubs, right? Which that's the spirit of what, and you got Bacchanalia, okay? What does that go back to? Bacchus, okay? Dionysus, another name, or Bacchus, which is what, like, basically wine, man. The so-called god of wine, the partying and reveling, and and that's the spirit that people are in. Okay, that Bacchus spirit, man. Okay, here it is. Where which a lot of different things in this world, man, go back to idol worship. All right, that's another thing. Now people are just in that party spirit. Okay. And they're not thinking upon the Lord. They're not thinking upon, the prophecies and what's going on in the world. They're just in their ignorance partying. Okay? And that's just an example. They were doing that when they were in the wilderness and they just come out of Egypt, man. Yeah, man. And Moses weren't happy, man. All right. Now, I'm going to use another example, okay? Because I use an example of our people here, right? Now in this kingdom, because we're in Esau's kingdom right now, all right, spearheaded by what? The modern day Babylon, right? Which is what? America, right? This is Daniel chapter 5, verse 1. It says, Belshazzar, the king, made a great feast, which is basically there's another party there, to 1,000 of his lords, and drank wine before the 1,000. Belshazzar, while he tasted the wine, commanded to bring the golden and silver vessels, which his father Nebuchadnezzar had taken out of the temple, which was in Jerusalem, that the king and his princes, his wives and his concubines might drink therein. Then they brought the golden vessels that were taken out of the temple of the house of God, which was at Jerusalem, and the king and his princes, his wives and his concubines drank in them. They drank wine and praised the gods of gold and of silver, of brass, of iron, of wood, and of stone. Now these were heathen, okay? And then when you keep on reading, in that same hour, they saw the writing on the wall, man. And then that kingdom was taken out. There was a surgical strike, okay? Everything changed up quick, but they were partying. And they thought everything was all good. In fact, let me keep looking at this, because I know there's a scripture that I wanted to quickly just see. Now they brought in Daniel to interpret it, the writing that came up. In that night was Belshazzar, the king of the Chaldeans, slain. But there's another bit I wanted to get. Now it might be further up. Here we go. Daniel chapter 5 verse 9. Then was King Belshazzar greatly troubled, and his countenance was changed in him, and his lords were astonished. Okay, because here they are partying, yeah. And by the way, they had our vessels, okay, the holy vessels and the vessels from the house of the Lord, and they were drinking in them, and just making merry, partying, all right. But they got taken out, man, and you got the same thing over there in Babylon and this empire ruled by Esau. The party crashers coming, man. Okay, which is Yahushua, man. Yahushua is coming with the angels to gate crash this massive wicked orgy, this party that's going on in Esau's empire, man. Okay, people doing what the hell they want to do. Okay, just mass wickedness, corruption everywhere. All right, that's what's going on now. There's another example of that. Let's go to Genesis chapter 7, verse 16 and read from there. Genesis 7, verse 16. And this is a story of Noah, okay, the time of Noah. And they that went in male and female of all flesh, as Yahweh Shai had commanded him, talking about the animals, and Yahweh Shai shut him in. All right, so the Lord was the one that sealed the ark. Okay, because as our apostles always taught us, Noah was a man. Okay, so he could have got emotional, weak. You got people out there of all different ages and ranges that he's been around dying. Okay, gurgling in that water, man, drowning, because the Lord brought a flood upon the earth, water on the whole earth, man. Okay. And it didn't matter whether it was an old woman or old man. Didn't matter if it was a a woman who was pregnant. It didn't matter if it was a little baby. It didn't matter if it was a young child, a teenager. It didn't matter what age, who they were. The Lord brought the flood upon the earth, man. And the only souls that were saved was Noah, his wife, Noah and Noah's 3 sons and their wives. 8 souls, man. Okay. And the flood was 40 days upon the earth, and the waters increased and bare up the ark, and it was lifted up above the water. So the Lord brought death. Now, prior to this, okay, Noah was out there preaching. Okay. He was warning the people. Okay, and he was doing what he needed to do. Now, check this out. People were going about their business, you know, and they were in that peace and safety spirit. They were thinking nothing was going to happen. It's partying, all right? And we got the proof on that. Let's go from there to Matthew chapter 24 and verse 37, right? It says, but as the days of Noah were, which is Noah, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. For as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage, until the day that Noah entered into the ark. All right? Until that day, man. And knew not until the flood came and took them all away. So shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. So you got the same things going on today, man. And the Lord's going to bring fire upon the earth, man. You know? Destruction. And that's why I'm going to read that in Isaiah as it's written, man. Isaiah, what's that? 66 and 15. It says, for behold, the Lord will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury and his rebuke with flames of fire. For by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead with all flesh, and the slain of the Lord shall be many. So the Lord's going to judge all flesh, man. All right? But the slain of the Lord is going to be many, and the ones that are saved, which is the elect, are going to be few. All right? Few, man. All right? And Jake, all this partying, look, man, this ain't the time to be partying. The time, we're going to be partying in the kingdom. Jake got flavor. We know how to party, man. Yeah. We know how to have a good time, and we're going to enjoy ourselves in the kingdom. All right? When we're at peace, when we're on top, in our rightful place, man. In righteousness in Yahweh Shemiel Shai. Not in this wicked kingdom. You got all hell breaking loose. The devil was getting ready to make his move, okay, to set up his new world order. But people out there want to party. You know, and that's why a majority of our people, man, you know, they try and come and listen to us for entertainment. You know, this is not about entertainment. This is serious business, man. This is the business of the Lord. All right, and we're warning you, okay, that the Lord is coming to gate crash this party, man, for everyone. All right. So, hey, you know, this is just a quick lesson. You know, on to the next one, man. Shalom. Shalom to the elect.